Top Tier Yu-Gi-Oh here, and today we have Trevor, who just got second place at the Frederick, Maryland Regional. Over 350 players, and he got second place with Brave Prank Kids. Do you have anything to say, Trevor?
Shoutouts to just quick shoutouts to Ainsley for covering my shift at work. Thank you. Shoutouts to all the Richmond people. Shoutouts to Liam for being my PlayStation partner. Massive. Shoutouts to Anthony for coming with me today. Appreciate it, bro. Shoutouts to Rolly and Tables and Towers. Best locals in Maryland. If you ever get a chance to go to locals, definitely go. It's crazy good. Yeah.
For sure, yeah. Let's see your list.
Absolutely. So it's 50 cards. I played 3 Fansies, 3 Dropsies, 3 Lampsies, and 2 Roxies. The Lampsies and the Dropsies are the best because they are completely free and you want to activate them as much as possible. The Roxies plays into Droll and Lancia, so you don't want to max out on it too much, but it's definitely still super good, and you want more names, where Fansies is not the best. You want to activate it once and only once, but it's 2000 defense, so it's good, and you don't want to max out on the names because you only want to draw 1, maybe 2. And then I also have 2 plays, and then the 1 and the 1. You don't have to play more of these, and 2 plays is the perfect number. Again, you don't want to draw too many pranks, but you do want enough to summon from deck. And then for the right package, it's 3 Small World. I basically count this as a Enchantress. I think one time I had to search a kid, but most of the time I was just using this to search Enchantress or maybe even Hand Trap. It's kind of cool, but 10 ways to get to Rite of Amnesia, so that was good.
So Small World can get to Enchantress, but can it also get you to a Prank Kid if you need one?
Yeah, so Small World basically searches anything in the entire deck by using anything in the entire deck. It can use Ogre to get to Enchantress, or Lampsies, or Enchantress can be a bridge from a Hand Trap into Dropsies. You can use Fansies into Enchantress to turn into Veiler or Ash or something like that. So you can basically, Small World lets you search whatever you need in your hand. It fixes the hand when you open too many Prank Kids or not enough Prank Kids. So it definitely fixes a lot of problems with the deck.
Nice.
And then just the 3 bricks. Yeah, that's about it. And then the Fusion Disney package. I think you have to play this right now in Prank Kids. It's just you need the higher ceiling, and sometimes when you don't see a Prank Kid, you want to play with just DP and Pot of Greed next turn to hopefully draw into a Prank Kid. So that was good. And then the 2 fusion cards. This was definitely good. I played the second Verte, so this came up a lot, as well as hard drawing it was nuts. Super crazy. Hard drawing it one game allowed me to play through 3 Hand Traps and still end on Butler and follow up, so that was insane.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But that was it for the engine cards, and then the big reason to play this deck is the high number of Hand Traps it can play. I also played these, but I wanted to play the highest number of high impact Hand Traps that do the most by themselves but also work really well with each other. So Gamma worked well with when you had another Hand Trap in DP but you didn't have kids, so it helped with the bad hands, as well as Insane going second. It's just ridiculous. Ogre was insane in simplified game states, as well as against the Fateful Engine. Droll's insane against basically everything. So that was good. And then Nib's just the best second Hand Trap to have. Not great to have alone, but it's the best second hand trap. Yeah, exactly. And then the other Hand Traps I played was one of each of the other Ghost Sisters. This was really good. I would say the big reason you play this is because it's the only bridge you can turn Griffin from Small World into Lampsies.
Oh, okay.
So you basically turn this into a name if you have to. So that was good, but it also like stops Scythe on your turn. It's like a little bit of a burn, and in simplest terms, it's just a hand trap. So it's pretty good.
Yeah, like worst case, it's a Veiler that does damage.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
Like, good enough.
I really want to be playing more. Like it does a lot. But I only played one Ash, mainly for crossout target, but also because I don't think it does enough this format. One Veiler. I played the other hand traps at a higher count because I thought they were better. One Bell. I played more of these on the side because I think this is insane against like the mirror. But I only had room for one in the main deck, and I didn't want to go over 50 in this version. And then that was it for the main deck.
12 hand traps total? Or no? 16.
It was 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, 16.
Yeah,
Not including draft. 50. Yeah. I don't really like Souls a whole lot because it kind of conflicts with Small World a little bit. Mm-hmm. And it increases the ceiling, but not really the like consistency, because Souls is really good when like the Enchantress stuff resolves, but if the Enchantress stuff doesn't resolve, then you're just like summoning it to summon Verte, and that doesn't sound good enough to me, where like I rather just have higher chance to win the game going second. And when I won a lot of games going second because of the high number of times that I saw like Gamma and Nib and stuff like that.
That's just like enough.
Exactly. And then the extra the tokens, and then one Meow. I don't remember where my second and third are. I forgot. 3 Doodle, because if you're playing with the prank kids, you use 2, and then the third comes up sometimes. So I wanted to have it rather than not have it. 1 Bow Wow, you just need 1 Rocket, 1 Washer, 1 Butler. I summoned each one of these a good amount of times. The second Butler never comes up, so it's perfectly fine to just not have. 2 Link Spider. The second one comes up plenty. Every single time I cut the second one, it comes up, so I just can't cut it. I've accepted that. 2 Verte. The second one comes up a good amount, plenty to actually play it. The DPE Unicorn to make the access code to attack the game. That was the extra deck. Nothing I would change. It was all perfect. Super simple. Shout him a puppy, you know, Ori, cutie. For going first into the side deck, the 3 crossouts and the call by. This card was ridiculous today. Just absolutely absurd. Not having to use this, like, you can just play through a lot of hand traps in this deck, so like you can just hold this for like if they have like a third hand trap that you can't play through. I had to use this to stop Ogre a couple times because the Ogre is pretty good against like pranks, but it's pretty good. I forgot to play Imperm, so that was definitely a deck building error, because I needed to use Crossout on Imperm once and I just forgot it in my list. So that's definitely something I have to figure out, but it's all good. And then continuing 2 more Bell for the mirror because I expected a lot of mirror, as well as 3 cherries for the mirror, as well as any DPE decks. There was a lot of prank kids at this event as I expected, so these were good choices to play. I'm happy I played them.
Did you ever cherries anything aside from like cards in the mirror or DPE? Because I'm sure you have other cards like Link Spider that can probably come up in other matchups too. Like access code.
In testing, I cherried a access code, but like at the event, I didn't do anything except for DP, and then just DP at the event. But every single time I drew this, I hit the DP, and it was just game. But in testing, like you can't hit other stuff. You can hit like Verte if you're playing against like Dragoon decks or random other stuff, or you can so you can like still hopefully stop the Dragoon from coming out. Or you can hit access code against like Striker, which comes up sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
That's that's where it came up in testing. But yeah, this was good. Yeah. And then 3 droplets. I didn't want to main it because it doesn't work with Small World. So like going second, you just take out Small World to play this, and then it's good against a lot of stuff. And then 2 Twin Reboot. I sided this in like once and never saw it. I never played it against any actual trap decks. I sided these in like a couple times, depending on how I felt, but I only saw it once and I didn't really need it. So I don't know how I feel about Twin. I mean, the Brave stuff just plays through so much back row, and then the Prank Kids play through like the last back row, as well as like if you summon DP, you just win back row matchups.
Yeah, true.
So like I don't know how I feel about Twin in the side. Maybe it's better to just play something else.
There's a lot of mine today. I feel like you need at least 1 card back in.
Yeah, hopefully, if you're playing against mine, you can possibly just keep the Draco back in hand.
Yeah.
To play around it that way to like set up for it next turn. So you could just do that and then not like discard it. You can discard a different card. But that was the deck. It worked really well. All the hands that I drew were pretty much as planned. Definitely still plenty of testing to do, but it was a good event. It was awesome.
Do you remember your rounds or your matchups or anything?
I played against basically a different deck every single round, and they were all pretty meta. It was like Evil Twin, Invoked, Striker, 10 Yi, another Invoked deck, like the Cyrus deck, another Cyrus deck, a like Brave, like 40 card Brave engine type deck, which was my one loss, and then it was like shoot, the last round that I played was a mirror. I know that, and that I felt like pretty comfortable going in a mirror because I had plenty of side for it, and like I know this. I feel like I know this deck more than the majority of the Prank Kids players, so that was good.
Or if you know it better, you get rewarded for it.
For sure. As well as like it rewards good deck building for the mirror too, so that was good. So I crossed both those check marks off, and I ended up winning that, so that was good. But I was so surprised I only played against one mirror because like in the room there was like so much Prank Kids.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. But yeah, that's it.
Nice. Anything else you want to say?
No, that's it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Look at
Thank
this
you.
nice deck box.
Yes. Oh my
Congratulations,
goodness.
dude. You earned it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, man. Can't wait to see what you do with the YCS.
Yes. Looking forward to it.
Awesome. Thanks again.